What's up, folks? This is CJ, Papa Joe of Momma and Poppa Joe's. I'm hanging out with the Black Smoke crew.
Welcome to Black Smoke Barbecue. We are a collaborative group that focuses on different aspects of barbecue from pitmasters from all across North America. Barbecue is a culture, and we discuss topics, ideas, and the methods of it on the Black Smoke Barbecue podcast. Our mission is to spotlight those lesser-known content creators in backyard barbecue, catering, food truck operations, as well as the African-American experience in modern-day barbecue. Sit back, relax, listen, and enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Black Smoke Barbecue podcast, where barbecue is not only the code that we live by, but the culture we embody. What's up, everybody? I am your friend, Charlie Maverick. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to another pod. We got the whole crew on here today. First, we're going to start with Alton. How you doing, bro?
Man, what's cracking? I'm here, and I'm ready to have a great time with my brothers. What's up?
All right. Nice to see you again, sir. All the way in Texas?
Yes, sir.
How's Texas doing? Cooling down a little bit?
We cooled off, man. We having some fantastic weather. And so it's just time to sit outside by the pit and manage that fire and not be too hot about it. So we all good.
All right. I like to hear that. We got, you know, I ain't going to call y'all neighbors, but y'all live close enough.
This is
we
true.
got Brandon from BKC Cooks in the house. What's up, man?
Charlie, what's happening, bro?
Chilling, man. Literally chilling. A nice weather out here. How's it going? How's it going on your end, dude?
Hey, same, man. Nice, beautiful weather. It's not 110, so I'm happy.
Well, thank you, Jesus. I bet you sweat less, you know? The man is happy, you know?
Hey, man, look, my luxurious Maine is happy. You know, I get to keep it moisturized, you dig? So, yeah, all is well.
I tell you what, I've been seeing that man a lot on social media with your sponsor, man. I've seen every time I go on the socials, I'm like, boy, Brandon's taking over. I like that, dude.
You know what? I agree. Every time I get on there, that's all I see is my face. So yeah, they've run a nice ad program, man, and I am grateful for it. I've been getting great results with it.
Now tell people what you're promoting.
So I'm an affiliate and an ambassador for the Cooking Guild, and the Cooking Guild is a company that makes amazing knives, chef's knives, all types of cutlery, as well as accessories, aprons, knife blocks, you name it. They have all types of amazing stuff. You can go to thecookingguild.com, use my code BKC Cooks. You'll get 10% off your order, and your boy will get a little taste of the action. You dig?
Yeah, Doug. Yes, sir. Those knives look good, dude.
They're beautiful.
Very happy for you.
They really are.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, brother.
Yes, sir. Next in line, we got brother Jeff. Jeff Boyd. We got two Jeffs in the group just to make sure y'all got that right. Jeff Boyd from Nevada. What's going on, dude?
What's going on, Charlie? How you doing, man?
You know, I'm blessed and highly favored to be here, man. How's it going in your neck of the woods?
Going good, man. Going good. It's cooling down, getting some cooks in. Work is starting to slow down a little bit, so I got a little bit more time to get on the grill, so I'm appreciating that.
Yeah, I know you're happy about that. Get on that Kong, or which one you getting on? Both of them at the same time, like you did when we was podding one time, you know? It's showing off.
I'm trying to split the time equally between them, man, but I love that Kong, man. I can't beat that charcoal, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I agree. Nice to have you on the pod, my man. And Terrence, South Carolina. How's it doing?
Maintaining, man. Maintaining.
That's good. You ready for the holidays, dude?
No, but it'll be here next week, so not ready at all. Hey.
Yeah, I'm there with you. We're just gonna make it happen one way or another. And the man of the hour, welcome back to the pod. I think we had you on twice, maybe. But hey, you know, Michael Simon, the chef from Food Network, called this man a legend and put respect on his name. Yes. You may have seen him on Barbecue USA. Man, we got CJ, Clarence Joseph from Momma and Poppa Joe. How you doing, man?
Man, all is well. What's happening, fellas? Good to be back. What's happening, people out there? How's everybody doing?
Oh, man. I hope everybody's out there excited about, you know, what we're going to talk about today, because we we covered some things with you in the past, but it's been so long. You know, it's been months, right? You know,
Yes, it has been a little bit,
2023.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mockery how long it's been. But we're glad, we're glad to have you back on, dude.
Good to be
So
here, man.
we wanted to reintroduce you to some people and introduce you to others, fellow Black Smoke Barbecue, member. So let's start it off real quick. We're going to catch up with you, see what's been going on with you since the last time we parted. How was your summer?
My summer was nice. We're simple. We're low and slow, Mom and I, man. Mama works full time, just till the end of the year, and she'll be officially retired. So we're looking forward to that. But the summer has been great, man. Low and slow, like I said, focused on trying to put some quality videos out on this channel. Competition is pretty much behind us. So all my energy right now is just about just trying to slowly build this channel.
So how does it feel getting out of competition?
Oh man, great question. It's kind of bittersweet. It's one of those things where uh, the the mind might say get out there, but the body just refuses to cooperate. Over the last couple of months, multiple people asking me, "Hey, are we going to see you at Uvalde for the end of the year cook, big end of the year cook?" And I've been saying yes. I've been saying yes. As a matter of fact, a month or so ago, found just the perfect brisket for a competition, man. Spent some quality bucks, stashed it away, and as we got closer, it's in a couple of weeks. That's the 8th of December, and as we're getting closer, I'm looking at the logistics. I'm looking at trying to get back into competition mode, and it just dawned on me officially that man, it's no longer a part of who I am. As much as I would want to be out there, and with the expenses of competition barbecue, you can't afford to go out there willy nilly. It's not something that you're going to do for fun. Like a lot of people say, I just do this for fun. There are so many different ways you can spend $800 and have some fun without wasting
Right.
it at a competition. You know what I mean? So
You gave people
no.
ideas out there.
So we are absolutely not in the comp game anymore.
What are you going to miss about it most?
Man, great! Another good question. And this started probably a few years back. The camaraderie, all
Yeah.
of the awesome guys and gals, man, that we first met way back in 2010, 2012 time frame. As they started finding other things and slowly dropping off one by one. Of course, they were replaced with other cooks, but that relationship that you developed, that relationship you had where, that every event you'll be able to sit down with a specific group of guys and gals, uh, in-depth conversation, whether they may be true or not, but great conversation, man. And we knew where each other were coming from. As these individuals left the game, uh, they were replaced with younger folks, new folks uh, that I know, but I don't know them in that way. You know what I mean? I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
know them. They're not my people that I sit down with, man, over a glass or something and just talk. They're not those types of people. They're hey, what's up? And moving on, those types of people. So that is the part of it that I miss the most. And as I was telling folks that we're going to go cook Uvalde, I actually tried my best to bring together a lot of those old guys for one last hurrah. And man, they kind of had the same feeling that I did. They had other things going. They weren't able to make it. I even said, hey, let's just do all of us one team. So this was just going to be like one last hurrah for all us old heads, and even that I wasn't able to make happen, man. So we're going to go visit. We got a hotel for Friday night, so we're going to hang out, party Friday, and Mom and I are going to come back home on Saturday, man. But yeah, we've seen the end of our cook-off game, so to speak. And man, what a wonderful journey it was. I look back with nothing but fond memories, man, of some of the things Mom and I have been able to see, do, accomplish, some of the people we were able to meet. Man, I wouldn't change a thing.
End of an era.
Good deal. Good deal. Hey, CJ, I know you have an extensive tree of folks that have trained under you and kind of taken the barbecue competition world by storm. As far as your legacy, talk to us about that and just a couple of tidbits that you want to leave for the folks that are just starting to get into competition barbecue.
Man, you guys, I don't know, you guys put your heads together to come up with some of these topics, some of these questions. That's another sweet one, man. Uh, I'm here to tell you, man. You know, Mom and I started giving our competition class in 2015, and over the years, uh, we've got today we've got people that are running restaurants. We've got people that have won TV competition, cook-off shows that are alumni of our competition class. You know, I'm not going to call any names, but I'm here to tell you that some of the top cooks, I'm talking 1 through 10, some of the top cooks out of the top 10, uh, man, we've got some probably 5, 6 of those individuals that have been through Mama and Papa Joe's comp class. So one of the things, man, if I was to move on from this world tomorrow, I am really really proud of the fact that so many ladies and gentlemen, so many cooks, so many pit masters would be able to stand over my piece of dirt and say, man, thank you so much for the little tidbits of information you gave me here and there, whether it's in a class, whether it's over the telephone, whatever the case might be. And it's always awesome, man, when I go to an event, I'm not competing, and I can see so much of the techniques, the equipment, that we, Mom and I came up with over the years. That old adage, necessity is the mother of invention. We created quite a few things that are still out there being used effectively today.
That's
Right
awesome.
on, right on. Hey, so CJ, I'm not gonna keep harping on the competition route, since I know you said you're trying to transition away from that, but luckily enough for me, that's where I met you. At the Austin barbecue. I got to see you in
Yes, sir.
action. You and Mama do your thing, and it was definitely inspiring. But let me ask you this: I know you've developed a little bit of following now on social media, your YouTube videos, man. For me at least, I know it's therapeutic watching masters like you trimming brisket. And so the question I have for you is, now that you're transitioning away from competition, you're not going to be doing those. Well, I'm going to assume you're not going to be doing those competition trims on brisket. So the people that are still watching your channel and learning from you, what is going to change about the way you do your trimming for briskets? What can we expect from it?
I and this is something that Lance Sleeper Barbecue mentioned, in some of our backyard brisket videos. Why are you busting out those shears? Why are you trimming those edges? And dog, I'm here to tell you, man, competition has sort of scarred me because while my backyard trim might not be as aggressive as a competition trim, I'm still going to look for those clean edges, those clean lines, those rounded corners, so to speak. And for me, it's it's a visual thing. You know, when I watch somebody else's video and I see that brisket cooking, jagged points, thorns sticking out here and there, I'm sort of like cringing, you know, because visually, it doesn't work for me. So to answer your question, dog, it will be just a little less aggressive, but I'm here to tell you that that very brisket that I'm cooking in the backyard is still something that would end up with a beautiful slice in that turning box at a competition. So I'm not going to go too far away from it because at this point, it's what I do. It's who I am. And man, I don't know if I could do it any other way.
It's in your blood, isn't it? Just
Yeah. Oh,
pulsating through
absolutely.
there.
You know, man, you think you think about competition since 2010. Uh, the numbers of briskets I've trimmed, the classes I've given, so all those briskets just add up in terms of numbers. In terms of numbers,
Yeah.
and then
Repetition.
I've thrown in now the brisket videos. So it's all I know now. Yeah, it's all I know, and I time myself in the videos. I mean, I could get a pretty beautiful trim, man, in 10, 12 minutes. You know, those
Wow.
video trims, they don't last very long because it's just muscle memory, man. And my sharp knife and my shears, and boom bam, I can knock that out. And like you said, dog, man, it's therapeutic. It is so
Yes.
mellowing, man. I want to listen to some good music and just vibe out to that brisket trim. You know, I've said it in the past. I could trim briskets for a living. I don't know who's
Yeah.
hiring, but yeah, I could absolutely. I really enjoy that. Yeah.
I'm
I enjoy
sure
the videos. Yeah.
I'm sure it would be a whole bunch of people hiring if you was offering your services, bro.
The show.
Man, we
So-
need to have you come on over to Barbecue Boulevard and show us that trim.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
make it happen.
Let's do it.
So, CJ, with your channel, with you getting out of competition, do you think that's going to make it easier for you to do more videos, different stuff, or is it going to be more difficult?
Good question, Brandon. Man, I learned probably within the first year. You know, as we created the channel in 2020, and at that time I was still full fledged on the comp circuit. Great comp following, and I really thought that my comp brethren would jump behind the channel in terms of support wholeheartedly. But man, I quickly realized that if this channel was going to grow, if I could not depend on the barbecue community for whatever reasons, they did not feel the channel the way I thought they would. Uh,
Mm.
those who would watch wouldn't comment. Uh, they wouldn't want anybody to know that they were watching Papa Joe's brisket trim or chicken cook or whatever the case might be. So I don't feel that the barbecue community really jumped, excuse me, really jumped behind the channel. So I quickly realized that in order to grow the channel, I would have to do some other things, and uh, barbecue competitions would be secondary. And over the years, competition really become ninth and tenth. Up until this point, to where they no longer even register on the scale. So it's not going to be any different from what I've been doing the last year and a half, give or take. You know, I want to cook everything every way that I possibly can. As you guys have seen, I'm not going to hesitate about cooking anything, man. Any which way. I love the ability to explore, to challenge myself, and that is what's going to drive me. That is what's going to keep me motivated to continue to work on this on these videos.
Nice.
So, what is your inspiration for your videos? I know lately you've been doing some halftime cooks. You did some really nice looking lamb kebabs. I would have just made some lamb burgers, but I mean, what's your inspiration with those type of videos?
You know, you know, inspiration comes from a number of different places, man. First, off the bat, as I watch videos out there, you guys included, as I watch your videos, man, when something strikes me, uh, man, I want to do that, but I'm not going to do it like Brandon did it. I'm not going to do it like Charlie did it. I'm going to put my twist to it. I'm going to try to cook it on a different style pit or something. So, number one, my source of inspiration, man, are those are you creators out there, whether they're in a foreign country, cooking something totally new. I especially love that challenge of taking somebody else's uh, cultural style cook and then putting my little twist on it. Uh, Secondly, uh, our videos are pretty much what Mom and I want to eat for dinner. So
I know
I can
that's right.
tell. I can tell. Y'all
Yeah.
eat good too.
Yeah.
Y'all boy eat good.
they're pretty much what Mom and I want to eat for dinner. So Mom and I will sit down, man, and we're like, hey, babe, something totally different next week. Let's see what we can come up with, and boom, we'll throw something together, man, and I will go through the little research and visualize my little storyboard in my head, and put things together, and ended up with a halfway decent video. Uh, and I also realized, a lot of people may be a little surprised at some of the things we cook, especially since we're Mom and Poppa Joe's barbecue. That's who we were at the start. That's who we were as the brand gained a little bit of publicity, across the social media. So at this point, it's always going to be Mom and Papa Joe's barbecue. That's who we are. But we I don't think we ever pigeonhole ourselves, so to speak, in the barbecue arena. I think in our first introductory video we did a couple of years ago, we mentioned that I wanted to cook everything from A to Z and in every which
Yeah.
way I possibly can. The last 6 months or so, man, I've really introduced some oven cooks that have gone over
Mhm.
pretty well. Uh, and my oven cooks aren't just oven cooks for the sake of being oven cooks. What I'm trying to do is mirror that smoker, that offset. Can I get that bark? I thought, and if I was ever a fan of liquid smoke in my oven
Oh
cooks,
Lord.
I'm telling and because I made the mistake years ago of tasting some liquid smoke directly out of the bottle. And I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know why I did
I
that
did that too.
because
Don't worry.
Yeah.
it's been a turn off ever since. I have
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
That'll
bothered
do
with
it.
it. Haven't placed it on anything. But I've gotten to the point now, man, where I can make my oven cooks look exactly as they would coming off of that smoker. What I'm playing around with now is just trying to get a ring without using tender quick
Think so.
or
Yeah.
or that prog powder.
Mm.
I'm trying to find some natural ways of getting a ring. I thought about it, and man, there's so many people out there. As a creator, you're looking at growing that channel. There's so many people out there, man, who may not have access to a grill, a pit, an offset.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
uh, uh, or they may live in an apartment where they're not able to burn a fire or something along those lines. And
Very true.
they still want barbecue, barbecue, so to speak. And man, you you can create some pretty good stuff in that oven. And again, if somebody really really wanted that smoke flavor, there are rubs out there that you can use to introduce that rub flavor, or that smoke flavor, or the liquid smoke, which is something I don't know that I can ever embrace. But that is one of the things right now, man, that I'm really, really enjoying. Just being able to go from an offset to my WSM, to the Traeger, to the stovetop, to the oven, and it's being received very well, man. A lot of subs are coming in based on these videos, so I see more of it. But the grill will always be, that pit will always be our first love, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. And speaking of that pit, I gotta ask you because I know, man, when I saw that Jambo you had, that was a serious pit. Awesome paint job on it and all that. But as you said, that's in your previous life of competition. And I know you moved on and got a different offset, man. So tell us a little bit more about the offset that you're cooking on now.
We've got it's a Canon fabricated offset. And the gentleman that builds these, Tyler Cannon, he's out of North Texas, the Glenrose area, other side of Waco, I believe. We ran into each other, many years ago. Matter of fact, I gave him a private competition class in 2015 or 2016. And he builds awesome pits. He builds awesome pits, man. Very well built to last. So when I decided that the Jambo was gonna go, there wasn't much of a search for a pit builder. I knew he was going to build a pit. Well, there was a bit of a search because I tried to hook up with your boy first, dog. I tried to hook up with
Ryan.
your boy first. Yeah. Matter of fact, I remember sitting down with your boy at our last San Antonio rodeo, man, and because at that point the decision had been made about getting rid of the Jambo, and talked to him about, hey, man, I'm ready to pimp one of your pits, this, that, the other. But and I was honest. I said, dude, if I'm gonna pimp one of your pits, if I'm gonna be an ambassador for one of your pits, I'm not gonna pay full price for it, And I definitely was not asking for a freebie. I was not asking for a freebie. But I know that we had a bit of a following. I know that we have some FaceTime when it comes to social media, and people are going to be seeing this pit, and I think it's going to do for you. But after the fact, we talked, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and he said, man, he must have been drinking way too much that night because he just he can't imagine that he would have passed up on that, But hey, water under the bridge. And we moved on to the Cannon pit. Dude, I can run that pit for 8-10 hours, man, on about between 15 and 20 small logs, many logs, splits.
Wow.
Firebox is so well built, man. It maintains temperature, and no firebox is going to be 100% sealed. But if I want to run 225, I slam that vent completely closed, and it's almost like it's a pellet grill when it comes to that temperature locking in.
Wow.
It's almost like it is. The only thing you got to do is just check that fire periodically. Open that door because the thermometers are going to read 290 or 250 based on where you want to run. and when you open it up, you're running on a candle lights worth of fire in that firebox. So really holds temperature well, man. We've done some awesome cooks on it, and man, I couldn't have made a better decision.
So now I'm gonna have to go give Ryan a little grief when I see him next week.
Oh yeah. Ask him about our conversation, man. Yeah, ask him about our conversation. Yeah,
that's gonna be funny.
I can't pimp for free, man.
We like you to meet Sweet Charlene, the barbecue seasoning created from family bonds that is low in sodium but high in flavor. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a seasoned pitmaster. Level up your barbecue game with this dry rub that has amazing taste and great color. Go to eddierightbarbecue.com right now and order your choice between the 6-ounce shaker bottle, the 16-ounce bag, or my favorite, the 32-ounce bag, and start rubbing your beef, pork, and poultry the right way.
Hey, speaking of, sponsorships or partnerships, things like that, I know we're seeing more and more of that with just about all YouTube channels, but especially in the barbecue world. What do you think is going to be the goal for your channel, and like what types of products and companies do you think you want to align your channel with?
Sweet question, man. And it's kind of a catch-22 for me, man, because I really want to keep I want to do our best to keep our channel commercial free, so to speak. I'm not a fan of the commercials. You know, YouTube automatically places ads within your video. So I would like to be able to keep our video flowing, man, with just content, as opposed to periodically breaking to talk about a product I'm using or two products I'm using. I understand the necessity for this, man. Brings in a little more income. You're able to do more in terms of your videos, in terms of your equipment, but it's really, I'm really conflicted. So I haven't pulled the trigger. And like just about all you guys, man, you're getting 2 and 3 of these inquiries every week in your email about
Yep.
partnerships. And I am not one that's going to jump on them yet, man. When I do, it's going to be a product that I'm excited about. It's going to be a product that I will be able to use on a regular basis. I don't want to be I don't want to be out there hawking products on the video just for the sake of additional income. There are a million thermometers out there, man. I
Mhm.
Man, I might put a thermometer in a piece of meat in terms of the monitor to cook, maybe once every 50 cooks. So I am not a fan of keeping thermometers in meat. So you probably won't see those in the videos. I mean, I've gotten everything from air fryers, man, to tabletop grills. And now, one of the first things I want to do is get a tabletop grills, man, because I've got some ideas for those tabletop cooks. Like the Japanese yakitoris and those types of cooks
Mhm.
with the
Do
skewers
it,
and
Yeah.
the
please.
tables.
Please do it.
Dude, I would really, really like that. And I need to pick y'all's brain, man, to see what type of little tabletop grill would work best for something like that. But to
They
get back
actually
on
make
topic,
one. They make
okay,
one, CJ. It's
okay,
Specific for that.
I'll send you the name when we get off, because
all right,
I don't believe in advertising for free, you dig? But
yeah.
they do make one, and it's made to be used with the Binchotan charcoal, that hard Japanese charcoal.
Yeah. That burns clean.
Yes, burns clean, burns
Yeah.
hot, and from what I understand, that thing will burn all day. That log of charcoal, like
Okay.
it's pretty amazing stuff. But yeah, I'll send you the
Okay.
details on
Okay.
that.
Sweet. Yeah, but to get back on, man, when I do try to lock one in, it's going to be one of those that's long term. And when I say long term, I'm not talking 5, 6 years. It might be a year at a time. And I say that because I've fallen in love with our relationship with Traeger. Our contract is renewed annually. Got an awesome working relationship with Traeger. So the partners that I'm looking for, man, are going to be those partners that are long term. They're going to be those partners that still give me the freedom to do other things. That I'm not going to be tied down. I am not going to be expected to spend uh, 2 or 3 minutes of a 8 or 10 minute video talking about products or whatnot. Because I think, at least I know when I'm watching a video, it's kind of a, a a moment where I fast forward, man. All right, I don't want to hear about a thermometer. I'll move on to. I'm trying to get to the good stuff. And
Right.
like I said, YouTube puts enough commercials in there, man, that uh, I am really, really going to work hard to just keep the content flowing. When I do mention products, they're going to be really quick, man, and it's not going to be something that's going to take no more than a couple of seconds. So, for a lot of folks, I might not be the best carnival barker for their products because Uh, but man, it's like I said, it kind of puts you between a rock and a hard place because there's some opportunities out there to really bring in a couple additional dollars, man, to help you and your channel.
Yeah.
So tell me, you make a lot of different things on your channel. They all look good, and I know they taste good.
So
But
thanks, man.
what is one of your favorite videos that you've done this year? Cooks that we've seen on your YouTube.
One of my favorite would probably be that 26-pound brisket.
Oh Lord,
26-pound
Mike.
plus brisket. I did a live trim on Facebook. Went over really well. And then went ahead and put that on the offset. And it was one of those things where the cook just went over so great, man. Lighting, everything was just beautiful about the video as far as I'm concerned. I am no professional videographer or anything. So when I can get something that I'm really, really proud of, man, it really makes me feel good. So to get back, the video really came out well. And at the end, it was a long cook too, like almost a 12-hour cook. Huge brisket. And you look at that video, the brisket is almost touching the sides of the grates
Yeah.
as you push them in. I mean, massive brisket.
It's a
And
big boy.
I probed the brisket, and my intent was that I just bought one of those electrical warmers. So I've got an electric warmer, and my intent was I was going to it was going to be the first time I used it on video. I was going to give this brisket that 10, 12-hour rest, that 150 degrees. And as I probed this brisket before I took it off the pit, I was like, man, this brisket is perfectly done, you know. And I had to make a decision at that point. With 10 hours, with 12 hours, take it over the top. Would that then make those slices a little too tender, a little fall apart? And I made the decision, man. I went with a 3-hour rest right there in the kitchen and sliced into that brisket. Oh my goodness, that it was a great call. It was a great call not to do that 10-hour rest. Uh, but yeah, that brisket cook is probably my favorite uh, to date. Yeah.
How long did it take you to eat that brisket? Do you still have some in the freezer?
Dude, I got my neighbor. I need to figure out a way to get my neighbors on our taxes as dependents because they love it, man. And brisket's one of those things that I'm going to primarily do for videos because
Okay.
outside of the point, Mom and I don't eat much brisket, man. We'll cook them and give them away. Just don't have a taste
Can I have
for.
one?
Yeah.
I'll fly to get some, man.
So when we do briskets, we usually end up, and I haven't yet put something like a ramen. We'll make a brisket ramen.
Oh yeah.
And man,
Ooh, now you talking my language.
Dude, I've become quite the ramen. I'm not gonna say expert, but I'm a fake ramen gourmet type cook. I can put some stuff together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I can put some ramen together, man, with those brisket slices, and then you'll drop your veggies here, your egg here, that 6-minute egg. And I can really make it look good and taste good. But I haven't yet put one on video. Leftover brisket is a great protein for that. Leftover pork belly, another great. So anytime we do anything like that, man, we usually end up having ramen in the next couple of weeks with one of those, and eventually we're going to put them on video. But I've got neighbors that some of them are older, and they'll watch, but I can't get them to comment yet to say how great things taste. And I guess I've got to threaten them with being cut off if
Yep.
if you don't if
That's right.
you don't comment, you're not getting any more. So that's gonna come soon.
You see 5 comments in a row. Oh
Yeah.
boy, I'm gonna lose that brisket.
Man, I tell you what, CJ, you just told on yourself. So next time you come to Barbecue Boulevard, I was gonna have you do the flanking ribs again, but I think it's gonna be some ramen now, brother. We got that get that ramen going for us.
I'm telling you, the ramen is legit, man. Yeah, the ramen is legit.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So here's the question for you. Okay, you spoke earlier about this brisket that you did, and we all get out there on the grill and we do our thing, and we know that, like you said, you had to make a kind of switch up in the game plan. You had to go with your instinct. So many people watch us. They want to learn what we know. They want to be able to do it for themselves, but they get hung up in instruction. They get hung up in that, having to follow everything to a T. So what do you say to people out there about go by your instinct, go by that gut instinct and just cook?
I really thought about this. I dropped the oven brisket this week. Yeah, dropped an oven brisket video. And this video is, like I mentioned earlier, for folks who might not have a pit, might not be comfortable on the pit. So I normally don't place the recipes or instructions in the description, but I did for this one. And I wrote down some instructions, some things like, your oven temperature might differ. The size of your brisket is definitely going to differ. So your timing has to be is going to be different. So you're going to have to make some adjustments on your own. Man, we all know when we deal with proteins, no two are ever the same. You can trim them down to the same shape, the same size, the same weight, but we know once they start cooking, man, they are individuals. And and the ability to make decisions on the fly just comes from experience, from doing it time and time again. We're at that point, and the only way for somebody else to get there, man, is to get out there and do it. And I know things like briskets are expensive, man, but even when you make a mistake, on a brisket, it's never one of those mistakes that's going to cause you to end up with something inedible. You know what I'm saying? So brisket is one of those proteins that if I was up and coming, I would not be afraid to cook, man, because I know that I'm going to end up with something edible. I look back, before our competition days. I'm from California. Military brought me to Texas. I look back when I got here and I first saw brisket, never heard of one prior to that. And I started playing around with brisket. Dude, I destroyed many a brisket.
Did you do a 20-minute brisket?
Yeah, I destroyed. Yeah, I destroyed many a brisket. My buddy and I, we created our first competition team together, Army Buddy, in 2010. And prior to that, he and I had been cooking at each other's houses every other weekend or so. And we were both destroying briskets. But here we are, we decide we're going to jump in the competition barbecue. So
Why not?
it's one of those things where you're just not going to improve. You're just not going to learn unless you get out there, man, and do it.
Gotta do
This
it.
brisket that I did was a Walmart Select. So,
Oh wow.
man, you can absolutely start with some of the cheaper cuts. And in the video I
Yep.
mentioned that in terms of brisket today, this is an inexpensive brisket. Walmart brisket, 14, 15 pounds. I think I paid like $47 for it. And nothing is inexpensive nowadays. But if you really, really want to start learning, man, with social media, with YouTube, you watch a couple of 3, 4, 5 different YouTube cooks out there, and then you start cobbling together your own version of a cook. You're going to end up with something more than edible. And
Yep.
you continue doing that 2, 3, 4 times, and you start getting a feel for what tenderness is like. You start getting a feel for what color is like. And that's the only way to go, man. That's the only way to go.
Absolutely. Stop worrying about the time. Stop worrying
Yeah.
about that temperature.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's the number one thing I get asked all the time is, how much time and what temperature. And I'm like, man, I can't tell you when it comes to brisket because like CJ just said, every brisket is different. And if you just shooting for a specific temperature, it's like you're gonna be trying to hit a moving target every single time you fire up that pit.
Unless you like moving targets,
Yeah,
some
I guess
people like that.
Yeah, I always see those questions in the comments about the final temperature and all of that. And like you said, hey, every piece of meat is different.
Yeah. But I'm trying to figure out, speaking of time, my man Charlie hit on it. So CJ, what's up? You gonna try to do that 20-minute brisket?
Challenge.
So, yeah,
Make it
challenge
tender.
accepted.
Yeah. I've heard a couple of stories from you guys about these briskets.
Hey, the
man
man is here.
The 20-minute brisket, the
Get him, T.
slice-
Get him, T.
the sliced brisket, and then cook it like a steak.
Yeah.
Man, you guys
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Hey, I think we should run it back one more time since we going into the holidays. I'll tell the story again.
Let's go.
Sit
Wait,
here.
everybody, get your beverage. Here we go. Go on, T.
I'm at a little gathering, a little get together, a little men's get together, what have you, and we're talking about we're gonna have some brisket. So I'm sitting there like, cool. I like brisket. Like I said, I was in my early 20s. Never knew how brisket was cooked. I just know I really liked it, and so. We all sitting there talking. I look over at the pit. Real nice pit too. I don't think I ever told y'all this. It was custom made. So I was like, okay.
Wait,
And I
wait,
see him
T,
over there.
I'm sorry, but that makes
You
the
didn't- you-
story.
You did not include that the first couple of times.
Custom made.
That-
Nice.
That's a whole
Hey.
other layer to this story.
Hey.
Oh,
I
Put
mean,
money
nice.
in. I thought this was a
Hey.
Walmart grill.
No. Custom made. And this
Wow.
is what happens when you deal with people who try to do things outside of their range. but try to pretend there's something that they're not.
He is still
That's a
mad
whole
about
nother
this.
story. But
Oh,
so I look over there and I see some flipping action going on. And I was like, okay, so I guess we having steaks too. And then when everything was finished, it was like, all right, the brisket's ready. And I was like, okay. And so we all was sitting there and took that first bite in. Everybody was like, oh man, this is kind of tough.
said it was fighting back.
Yeah. And then later on, I found out that brisket is a long cook. And so Jeff brought up a good point. One of the times I talked about this, he said that maybe their idea was slicing it up would help them cook it at a fast pace. But I was like, nah, they just didn't know what it was doing. Yeah, they just didn't know what they was doing. That's all.
No, they probably blamed it on the meat. It was a bad cut.
Yeah.
Never getting that one again.
Oh
Nah,
man,
you'd be shocked at some of the things people do, man, that we're not privy to.
oh yeah,
That's messed up. You should have tried that out before feeding it to other people.
Hey, I mean, I got some other stories, but yeah, this is what happens when people try to do things outside their scope, man. They try to pretend there's something that they're not, you know?
Yeah, sir.
We all sitting there thinking that we were going to have some Texas style brisket because the person, right, who did this, he always talked about how he wanted to go move to Texas and he wanted to buy a big cowboy hat and be a banker and all this stuff. So us hearing that,
What?
and had a
He said all-
custom
he-
pit.
he-
Let's not forget, had a
Yeah,
custom
pit.
pit.
custom pit,
He's
nice,
ready.
yeah.
You know, I think we just birthed a whole new segment here for every podcast called Tease Tales.
There's something new. There's something new get added every time. It was like,
Yeah.
he did what?
Yeah, man. I always got a story. I don't know.
That's
I
right.
like it. I like it. Between that one and the whole family gathering reunion.
Yeah.
That one.
Quarters.
Boy.
The quarters.
Boy.
Yeah.
Wish you had Google Glass back then, man. You could cut all that.
Yeah.
I think our listeners are going to grow to look forward to Tease Tales every week, man.
True barbecue story.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know that brings up a good, great thing. So, CJ, tell us, what is the worst mishap that you've had, either trying to make a video or if you want to go into it during competition, like you just forgot to do something.
My worst mishap will probably be at a competition. A pretty big event. Lots of teams, quality teams. And I remember we're getting down to the last turning, which is brisket. It's a windy day. I've got my canvas walls on my pop-up tent. And I've got my table, my 6-foot plastic table on PVC raised legs up against the canvas. And I'm slicing brisket for turning. And I slice the brisket and I get my 9 best slices in the box. And I turn to grab the little pizza carrier that we placed the turning box in to try to keep things warm. And I heard just a huge gust of wind blow against the canvas, man, and knock the table upwards. And the tray with my 9 turning slices, man, hit the dirt. And I'm talking dirt. I'm talking pebbles. I'm talking sand, rocks, grass. And dude, I'm standing there like a 4-year-old boy that just dropped his ice cream in dog shit. You know, yeah.
I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to be real. Tell us now. Did you cry a little bit? Did a tear come out?
Inside, I did. And I'm here to tell you, one of my military brothers had come to hang out with me that day, and dude, I am mad. I am disappointed. I'm at the F it stage, And man, he calmed me down real quick. And he was talking about washing them. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
Hey,
yeah,
that's what you do when you're in the backyard. That's it.
yeah. And I'm like, that is
Scrub them
not gonna work.
slices.
Hey,
Yeah,
God made dirt.
that's
Dirt
not.
don't
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah, yeah. Grass fed beef. Yeah,
That's Wu-Tang
but
reference.
yeah, but yeah, the stand and everything. I knew that was not going to work. So he was like, and he was going to take home the leftovers. You know, and he said, "Well, what about this stuff that is left?" And I looked at it, and uh, for competition, I will slice it. I start at the point, and I will slice all the way up that. I start at the flat, and I will slice all the way up that point. So I might have, based on the length of the brisket, I might have 20, 22 slices. You know what I mean? And then I take the best 9. Well, the best 9 are now on the ground. And that best 9 is usually a combination of point and flat. So that's that tender middle of that brisket that's supposed to be money. So I cobbled together 9 slices, man, from the bottom of that brisket, and get them in the box. And Mama turned them in. We go to awards, and Mom and I, we had a good day. I can't remember the calls we got, but we had multiple calls. And they get to the last category, brisket. And I there's no way I expected a brisket call. But man, we get a 5th place call for brisket. You know,
Wow.
and when they call our number, I am I am on cloud 9, and man, this is late in our cook-off career. You know, the folks out there have seen us had larger calls, more impressive calls, but my actions for this 5th place award, you know, going up, I'm yelling, I'm hollering, I'm excited, and everybody's like, "What the hell? What's up, man? What's going on?" And it wasn't until after awards that I started telling the story, and I was like, "Man, you guys let me beat y'all with some garbage, you know." so, so, yeah, that is one of my best cook-off stories. Yeah, that.
Oh man, that
That's
was
a great
something.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh man. So it's getting close to that time of year where people eat a lot. And I know this podcast makes people hungry. You're welcome. So I want to ask a question to the group to to take us out. So, what are you guys cooking for Thanksgiving? I kind of want to start with tea because I feel like there might be something interesting in there.
Nah, nothing interesting at all.
Dang it.
I'm back to doing the turkey again. So my family does, like, all of my grandparents, kids, we all get together for Thanksgiving. And like long time ago, we started doing our Thanksgiving dinner together on Wednesdays. Well, somewhere along the line, they started having this idea about having catered food. The food is not good. So one of my
Does your family
cousins,
listen to this podcast?
hey,
by the way?
hey, we've already said it. One of my cousins she made a point to say, "Hey, we don't want this catered food anymore. Let's go back to us cooking like we're supposed to." And a couple of years ago, I had an aunt who passed away from breast cancer, and it was Thanksgiving that she was the one who was doing the turkey, and it was a Thanksgiving that she couldn't make it because she was doing like cancer treatment, but she was still able to make it. But she had me do it. And ever since that Thanksgiving, I was a turkey person. And, you know, everybody likes traditional turkey, so I always do it in the oven. I wanted to do like a fried turkey and maybe a smoked turkey, but, you know, my family, the older folks, is kind of funny about the
Yeah,
turkey.
don't deviate.
So, yeah, I don't want to throw that on them. So I'm just doing
They'll
the
cuss you.
traditional roasted turkey. That's it.
That's good. That's good. You doing the sides too?
Thankfully, no. I was supposed to do the dressing, But I saw my other cousin's name was on the list because it's about 30 of us as far as like cousins and stuff. This is going to be a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
I
looking
hope you
for
got paper plates.
I'm looking for a large turkey. One year I was able to get one that was probably like 26, 28 pounds because I used to do two, but
That's a
nobody,
big bird.
they don't eat it all when I do two. And they try to send it home with me. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to take anything back. This is, y'all eat all this. So I'm trying to find a big turkey I can find, and they better be satisfied with that.
That's
Man,
right. You
I've
tell them.
always found that it's easier and works out better, man, to do two 12-pounders as
Yeah,
opposed
Yeah.
it
to
does.
such a large bird, man.
They
Yeah.
take forever.
Plus, you
Yeah,
get more
you're
of the
right.
good stuff. You know, get more of the dark meat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're here for that. You get 2 turkey necks. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Fight over that.
two turkey backs. You know what? Y'all kind of making me
Man.
think about this. I might want to do two. Because we
Yeah.
talked about the backs in another episode, and I like the turkey back, so I got an uncle who liked turkey back too.
Oh, my brother-in-law loved the turkey back now.
Yeah,
Wasn't that you on that chicken back too?
yeah.
Oh man. So, Jeff, what are you doing for the big turkey day?
Turkey Day is gonna be a little different this year, so it's just me and Jess for this Thanksgiving, and you know we normally go through the same thing that Brandon and I talked about last year, where by the time it comes time for the holiday, you know we'd already had turkey because you done cooked it for your videos and everything else. So in terms of what I'm making for content, I'm just doing a smoked turkey breast with some post oak, and gonna do a sausage stuffing. But I'll be doing that probably within the next week. But since it's just the two of us, we're going down to the Bellagio for the buffet.
There you
for
go.
Thanksgiving,
Hey,
and get some turkey and some crab legs.
Ooh,
yeah.
surf
Smart
and
man.
turf.
Smart man.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I like that. Yeah. So, CJ, you and I talked a little bit, very shortly about the topics of the show, and I talked about maybe doing something about Thanksgiving. You said you're doing non-traditional, so tell us more about that.
You know, Mom and I, man, we've been married. We're in the year 37, and I think after
Congrats.
our first couple of years of marriage, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bless up.
Yes, sir.
after our first couple of years of marriage, we've been pretty much very non-traditional for Thanksgiving, man. We quickly realized, that turkey wasn't the thing that we really enjoyed. The leftovers for these large meals. So we've gone away from them, man, for some 10, 15 plus years. We've done surf and turf over the years. We've done roast. This year, uh, I've got my youngest sister and her husband that are going to spend a couple of days with us for Thanksgiving, and I gave them a heads up when they told us about the possible trip. Hey, we don't cook for Thanksgiving. We usually try to eat out. So this year is going to be the Brazilian steakhouse. Uh,
Holla.
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We've got a
That's
Chama
beautiful.
Gauchos, and that's going to be our spot. Our backup, we might do a pre-Thanksgiving meal, man. I've got a beautiful Australian Wagyu picanha that I'm dying to get on the grill. Uh, so that might be our pre-Thanksgiving Day meal before we head to the steakhouse. So we may do that the day before for my sister and her husband. They watch a lot of her videos. I've uh, I've I've written out a brisket class for that brother to cook in California. Uh, so I'm gonna try to show him a few things while I've got him here. But yeah, we're keeping it simple.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So how about you, Brandon? What you cooking up or not?
You know what? I'm actually going pretty traditional. I'm going to have a little bit of family over. I'm going to do so HEB, greatest grocery store in the world. I bought a ham and they gave me a turkey for free.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You know, but I'm thinking about, because my wife was more concerned with the ham, but I'm thinking about doing a jerk turkey. Just to kind
man, I
of
was thinking about that today.
Me too.
Please do that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing that to change things up a bit, because turkey is one of those, like, people have a couple pieces of it, and then after that thing's sitting back there in the garage fridge. And I'm like, no, we need to make use of this bird. So I'm thinking about doing a jerk turkey out there on the smoker, man, and that'd probably be the most non-traditional thing I do.
You know, I really want that jerk turkey now. Thank you for saying that. Might do that. It's not going to be for Thanksgiving, but I'm definitely going to venture into that. At least a turkey breast, anything. Maybe, you know what? I might actually start off with the turkey wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that. You inspired me. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. So,
Glad to do
Alton,
it.
how's your Thanksgiving going to go?
Man, I got decisions to make. I don't know if we gonna roll down to San Antonio and go with CJ to that steakhouse, or we gonna go to Vegas and go to that Bellagio. Man, I don't know. We got to figure this one out. We gonna have a game time decision. So, but no, hey, before I get into what we're gonna do, man, one thing that I did want to do with this podcast today is I wanted to make sure that we sent our love out to our barbecue brother, Big Mo Kason. For those of you that don't know, they had a little bit of a loss in their family. And we just want to say, Big Mo, we love you, man. We thinking about you. And I know it's going to be a tough holiday for you, man, but we love you, bro.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
prayers go out to you and the family.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I think we're going to do a little traditional, here. Mama likes having the ham and the turkey and the dressing and stuffing, depending on which way you want to roll with it. And candy yams and all of that. But Brandon, I did the same thing when I picked up a ham, and HEB gave me a turkey. So
man, we need a HEB here.
Yeah,
I
man.
keep hearing about
it's kind of funny how that works out, right?
Just tired of seeing y'all talk about this great place.
Yeah,
man. I tell you what, people from Florida always say, "Oh, Publix is the greatest," and this, that, nah, man.
Far from it.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Not even
My
the
least
same
favorite,
class.
actually.
Yeah, man. You walk in
I guess
HEB,
this
and
depends the way
it's
you
funny
live.
because they have two different frozen cases where they got like all these turkeys. And both of them completely full. And they got them all sectioned off, your 7 to 9 pounds and your 10 to 12 and 14 to 6. I mean, they got them all sectioned out, and then they got a big old coupon sitting right there that says, you buy a bone-in ham, a spiral ham, or whatever ham, you buy a ham, we're going to give you a turkey. So take one of them with you. So yeah, we got turkey. We're gonna do some turkey. We're gonna do some ham. We're gonna do some candy yams and stuffing, dressing, all that. So we're gonna do a little traditional.
There must be a overabundance of turkeys this year.
It must be.
Gotta be.
It must be.
There's a lot of them in the cases.
Anybody ever do their own ham? Make their own ham? I did my first one last week. And fellas, I'm here to tell you, man, absolutely delicious.
Yep.
Absolutely delicious.
Do you have a video for this?
Yeah, the video is out there. I made a pot of beans with that big ham bone yesterday. Mom and I've been killing that pot of beans.
Get some cornbread in its own.
Yeah,
you did great.
I like my beans with Fritos. Yeah, I like my beans with
that
Fritos,
Texas
man. We've been killing it. Yeah.
You did
man,
pinto beans or Great Northern beans?
Pintos.
Okay.
Yeah, pintos.
Okay.
And finished it with a big red.
Yeah.
He went full Texas.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But hey, Charlie.
Oh man.
Yes,
sir.
What are you up to for Thanksgiving, man? What you gonna do?
Well, thank you for asking, sir. My wife's parents are coming in.
Jerk turkey.
Oh,
subliminal messages going on there. Jerk turkey.
Charlie, I had a solution for the jerk turkey. If it's not too late, it's not
Tell
too
me.
late. So the Walker's Wood makes a really good jerk seasoning, but they also make a jerk marinade, which is really thin. So you could use that jerk marinade as your injection, and then you can rub that jerk season over that bird, say 2 days before.
Yes, sir.
Just a thought.
Mind blown.
Just a thought.
Oh man.
Just
Oh
a
man. It's about to go down the rabbit hole in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I like that. Oh man. So we're gonna do traditional. So we're gonna start out the week with shrimp etouffee. My wife's gonna do that. So we're gonna be eating a lot. Yeah, man. Then we're going to do the traditional turkey. We're not sure if we're going to bake it or fry it. My father-in-law likes to do fried turkey, so we might do that. It just depends. My wife is doing the collard greens. I already got the smoked neck bone and everything. Trying to make that happen. I already cleaned them and everything. Already in the freezer, ready to go. And yeah, we're just gonna keep it simple, man. Nothing extravagant. Usually, what we do, if it's just the two of us, is we keep it seafood mainly. A whole bunch of crab legs if we can get them. And a nice deal. Kroger usually has like boxes of them at discount around this time. We used to go ham on that with some I don't know if we can get some decent oysters. It's probably not around in the Atlanta area, but we're just gonna do traditional this time. Take it easy. Make everybody happy. I don't know who's making the sweet potato pie, but it ain't me.
This year you got to finance crab legs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That shortage up there in Alaska, man, it put the wallop on the market, brother. They didn't allow them to fish this year.
Man.
See, am I
really
the only
bad.
one that's been stockpiling crab all year?
Yes, and you should send some.
That's good to know. I will be there tomorrow. That's
right.
good to know. I
Like,
might
where
have
crab legs at, man?
to bring my pistol.
Man. Hey, we stay locked and loaded over here now.
Y'all in Texas. Carry it around.
Because I've been
I
going
wish you
into
would take my crab.
I've been going into Costco, and Costco's been having these, different weekends that would have those big cartons of Dungeness crab. So I have them Dungeness crab. So I pick one up here and there, man, and bring it home and vacuum seal it and throw it in the freezer. Because the New Year's thing is kind of like, I kind of like making cioppino. I don't know if y'all deal with cioppino.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. So there's some good stuff to put in cioppino or whatever. So,
So you gonna have them crabs in there when we meet up at your house?
When you coming?
I don't know. I'm just saying. How long they take? How long do they keep in the freezer?
Wait, when you coming?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure out how long it lasts in the freezer,
I'm
man.
trying to figure out
get
if we're going to eat them the day before you get here. Just trying to figure out.
That's why I ain't telling you when we.
Man, we just ate those yesterday, bro.
Be like, hey, Alton, I just landed. Damn, we need to...
I don't know. We might have to do some jerk crab.
Oh, man.
Oh, you know what? That would be great, man. Instead of like chili crab, how they do like the Thai chili crab?
Mm-hmm.
You could do jerk crab.
Yeah, man.
What do you think,
That's
CJ?
Man, I would be all over that. I'm not a turkey person, so y'all can have that jerk turkey, but I'll jerk just about. I'll jerk every other meat out there.
Pause.
I know I did some jerk lobster a little while ago. I'm telling you, it was on point. It was on point.
Yeah.
Because CJ, I got to thank you about that, because I actually saw you doing a video where you had that big old tub. It was like a 5-pound tub of Walker's Wood. Yeah, I got one in the fridge right now.
Oh yeah, you can't beat Walker's Wood, man.
Yeah, man.
Can't beat Walker's Wood.
Absolutely.
No, I'm gonna tell. And that tub is the way to go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
because
tub.
Those jars run you nowadays. It's like almost $7 for a jar.
Yeah,
and you can get that big 5-pound tub. I think the last time I looked, it was like $42 or something like that.
Dude, I got it for 36.
30, even better.
Yeah.
as long as you keep it in the fridge, nothing is gonna live in it.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
there's not a bacteria that stands a chance in
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh man, such a great pod. Thanks for the great conversation, guys. So before we go, we want to let people know where to find you on the socials. Let's start it with Alton. Where can they find you, man?
Yes, sir. The Dog Fathers Barbecue, DAWGFATHAS BBQ. Find me everywhere: YouTube, IG, Threads, Facebook, TikTok. I'm out here. Come holler at your boy.
Yes, sir. And Brandon, where can they find you on the social medias? First of all, when you go on social media, you might see his face already.
Yes, sir.
Man, you can find me everywhere except for Twitter. Just look for BKC Cooks and I will be there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I'm very happy for you, dude. I'm like, oh, IG. All right, Facebook. Close it out. Come back. 2 hours later. Oh man, again. I thought I liked that thing again. I liked it. I'm trying to.
It's
Trying to
everywhere,
keep it going,
man.
I love it. I love
Hey,
it.
it was great content, man.
Flood the market. Show up on some algorithms that people ain't even supposed to see and be like, oh, I like that. Black Smoke Barbecue in the house, man.
That's right.
Really like that, dude. Jeff, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Outdoors with Jeff. That's GEOFF on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
All right. T, where can they look you up at?
TDub.BBQ on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I already said that. I think I covered everything.
Threads.
Yeah, Threads. That's the
There
other
you
thing
go.
I'm forgetting. Threads. Yeah.
One day it'll be in our memory. Just
One day.
muscle memory. One day. It's too young. Might go away soon. I don't know. Never know. So CJ, where can they find you on social media?
Sports fans, you can find us at Momma and Poppa Joe's Barbecue, MAMAPAPA. Facebook, IG, and YouTube. Holla at us.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Clarence Joseph. It was a great conversation. Thanks for getting on the pod again. We got to do it more often. We got to work
Yes,
out
sir.
that schedule, get you more on.
Yeah, great
man.
having you back.
Absolutely.
Yes,
You guys are awesome, man.
Yes,
Much
sir.
appreciated.
Absolutely,
man,
brother.
it's an
Good
honor.
to
You
have
part
you.
of the crew, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Hey, Charlie, where can they find you at?
CharlieMaverick on all the socials. And then you can find Maverick Barbecue as well. And I'll be on the comments on Black Smoke Barbecue. Please find us.
Yes, sir.
Leave us a comment. Tell us how we did. Did we get something wrong? Did we make you mad about that liquid smoke? Sorry. Oops. Thank everybody for tuning in to the Black Smoke Barbecue Podcast, where we do barbecue our way. Y'all stay blessed, highly favored out there, and please don't choke on anything during Thanksgiving and ruin the whole holiday for everybody. Now they got to sit up in the ER. They got something, man. Don't do it. Chew slow. The football game gonna be whack anyway. Take your time. Everybody be blessed out there. Until next time, we out.
Hey.